Today we're going to work on probability practice questions from the past papers for International GCSE Edexcel students. So let's see the first question here. The question says, a bowl contains n pieces of fruit. Of these, 4 are oranges and the rest they are apples. So here we need to see that there are 4 apples and 4 orange and the rest they are apples. 2 pieces of fruit are taken at random from the ball. So if we have the ball here with the box, which we do have, orange, there are 4 oranges here, and the rest they are apples. Let's say the apples, they are, we don't know exactly how many ones they are, but the total number for the whole fruit in there is n. It's n. So oranges here, they are 4, and apples is, the number of apples is n minus 4. Then the sentence says, the probability that the ball will then contain n minus 6 apples is 1/3. So let's see what does mean this sentence, or how we'll get benefit from this. It says remaining n minus 6 here. So if we have taken 1 apple out there, so the apples now they are n minus 4. If we have taken one of them, so what will be remaining? N minus 5. If you take 1 apple outside, n minus 5. If you take 1 more out there, so what would be remaining inside? N minus 6. So it means you have taken 2 apples out of the box, so remaining inside n minus 6. Since you have taken 2 apples out of the ball here, so the probability is 1/3. So we didn't take any oranges out. So once again, this point, we were having n minus 4 apples. I just have drawn 5 apples in here, for example, but this is not an accurate or precise number. It's n minus 4 here, the remaining number, because the total is n, 4 oranges and the rest they are apples. If we have taken 1 apple out there, so the n minus 4 will be decreased by 1. It's going to be n minus 5. If we have taken the second one out there, so what would be remaining in the box or the ball is n minus 6. So we have taken 2 apples out there, so now we have n minus 6. So this sentence means we took 2 apples out of the box. So now you're going to make the probability of A taking an apple by probability of taking an apple gives you 1/3, and this is without replacement. This is dependent probability, taking the first apple and taking the second apple dependent on taking the first apple. So let's get the probability of taking 1 apple. From the beginning, it was apples, they are n minus 4 over the total number, which is n. Then when we have taken another one, the second apple, the number of apples has been decreased by 1. The number of apples has been decreased by 1, so it's n minus 5, and the total number has been decreased by 1. So the probability now will be n minus 5, n minus 4, sorry, over n multiplied by n minus 5 all over n. Now, what I will do is, I need just to tell you something very important. Some students, they do a big mistake here. They try to get a common denominator and then they cross multiply. No, this is multiplication. You multiply denominator by denominator and numerator by numerator. So it will be n minus 4 multiplied by n minus 5 all over n multiplied by n minus 1. It gives you 1/3. So take care, getting common denominator, then you do cross multiply. This happens only when you have addition or subtraction. But when you have multiplication or division, for multiplication, you multiply denominator by denominator, numerator by numerator. And if you can cross out or simplify more, you will do. If there is no, you just keep it as it is. And then you proceed to continue the operation. If it's division, you need to flip the second one and change this to multiplication. But for addition or subtraction, you need to get common denominator and then cross multiply. So after this, what we will do is we will try work on this. It will be in the denominator n squared, and we have here plus 20. The middle term will be minus 9n minus 9n equals to 1 over 3. So now we'll do cross multiplication. It will be n squared minus n is equal to 3n squared minus 27n plus 60. If you collect them on one side, it will be 2n squared. And then you have minus 27, and then when you add x there, it will be minus 26. And plus 60 is equal to 0. You can factorize or you can simplify more. You have either options. 2, you can use mode 5.3 for the factorization on the calculator, which is 60. So n has two values. N is equal to 10 or n is equal to 3. 3 is rejected because the number of n is the number of fruits in the bowl from the beginning of the question. It cannot be 3 because already you have 4 oranges. You have 4 oranges, so the number of fruits cannot be 3. So the 3 is rejected. You will take 10, which is the number of whole fruits in the bowl from the beginning. So the question now needs the value of n. So the value of n now is, as we said, it's 10 because you cannot take 3, as 3 is less than the number of oranges, which cannot be applicable here. Now we're done with question number 1. So let's see question number 2. In question number 2, let's adjust this one. Question number 2, it says, Boris or Brice has a bag that only contains red sweets, green sweets. Boris takes at random 2 sweets from the bag. He takes 2 sweets from the bag. The probability that Boris takes exactly one red sweet from the bag is 12 out of 35. So he takes 1 red exactly. Originally, there were 3 red in the bag. Work out how many green sweets there were originally in the bag. So let's say now the red, they are x. Sorry, they were 3. Red 3. Let's say the green are x. So total number in the bag, total number of the sweets is x plus 3. Taking 2 sweets, one of them is red, or exactly 1 red. What does it mean? It means he may took a red sweet and then green, or he took green then red. So let's see the probability. If it's the first one is red, so it means 3 over x plus 3 multiplied by the way, whenever you are doing red, green, green, red, and this, you need to multiply the probabilities by each other. The green is x over x plus 2. Why did we decrease 1? Because when 1 has been taken, it's not returned. It's not mentioned here that without replacement, but you must take in consideration these word problems always work on without replacement ideas. So if we have taken 1 sweet, which is red, the red is not returned because maybe he has eaten this, he gave it to someone, has eaten this, he gave it to someone, or whatever happened, but it's not returned back to the bag. So red green is 3 over x plus 3 times x over x plus 2. Here, this is the first arrangement. The second arrangement is green and red, so you need to multiply by 2. Whenever you have different arrangements for the same thing, like red, green, green, red, they are the same thing, but these are different arrangements, so you're going to multiply by 2. The probability of red is 3 over x plus 3 times green is x over x plus 2. Why did we decrease 1? Because what we have taken is not returned. Green, red, the same as red, green, so we just took one of them and we multiplied by 2. This gives me at the end 12 out of 35 as it's what's given in the question here. So let's move to the next point. What we'll do, we'll try to work on this. So it will be here 2 times 3 times x, it gives 6x over, the probability down is, or the denominator is x by 3, x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 2, it gives 12 over 35. So 6x here, and down there we have x squared, and then plus 6, and here we have plus 5x, it gives 12 over 35. So we will try to work on simplifying this more. It will be 35 times 6, it gives 35 by 2, which is 70, so it's 210 x equals to 12x squared plus 60x plus 72. If you put them all in one side, so it's 12x squared. 60 minus 210, it gives minus 150 x plus 72. And then we factorize. Try to remember that x is the number of green, so we'll try to factorize. Now we have 12, and then we have minus 150, and then we have 72. So it's 12, x is 12, x is 12, or it's half, but half is rejected. We'll only take 12. 12 was the number of green sweets in the bag, and this is the required answer. So we have 12 green sweets in the bag. We cannot accept this because there is no half sweet. Or exactly here in the question we cannot accept it, but in reality you may have half a sweet or something. So the final answer is 12. Let's move to one more example. By the way, question 2 was in exam June 2019, paper 2H. If you go to this question, question 3, Pippa has a box containing N pens. Here, there are only black and red pens, black and red pens in the box. The number of black pens in the box is 3 more than the number of the red. So if the red is x, so the number now of the black, it's number of black pens in the box is x plus 3. 3 more, it means x plus 3, not 3x. 3x or triple x is triple, or 3x, this is wrong, it's x plus 3. Pip is going to take at random 2 pens from the box. The probability that she will take a black pen followed by a red pen. So now you have the arrangement black then red. You have no other arrangements. Red black is not accepted. You're only gonna take one, which is black then red. It's 9 out of 35. find the possible values of n. N is the total. So n is equal to the total, which is red plus black. So it's equal to 2x plus 3. So we can use, instead of n, we can use this one, 2x plus 3. So according to what's given, it's the probability of taking a black pen than red pen. It gives 9 out of 35. So the black probability of taking a black is x plus 3 over the total, which is 2x plus 3 multiplied by taking red is x over. Now you need to decrease 1 from the denominator. It's not mentioned without replacement, but you always deal with these questions as without replacement or replaced. So you will deal with it like you're working with questions without replacement, and then you will work on this one. So we have decreased the denominator by 1 because the black pen which has been taken is not returned. It wasn't mentioned, it's returned. So you always deal with such questions, the problem solving questions on probability, you will deal with it like without replacement. So what we will do now is we're going to work on this. It will be x plus 3 multiplied by x all over 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 2. It gives 9 out of 35. So it will be x squared plus 3x, and here it's 4x squared plus 6, and in the middle we have 6 and 4, which is 10x, equals to 9 over 35. With 35, if you multiply, it will be 35x squared plus 105x is equal to 36x squared plus 90x plus 54. If you just collect them in one side, it will be x squared here, because this one, if you shift 35 there, 36 minus 35, it will be 1x squared, and then 105, it goes there, it will be negative, so it will be negative 15x, and plus 54 is still there, is equal to 0. If you factorize, you're gonna find mod 53. We can use the calculator. 1, and then we have minus 15 and 54. It gives either 9 or 6. So the values of x is 6 or 9. Let's get back to the question to see the assumption we have done, 6 and 9. So the red has the values 6 and 9. 6 and 9. So what's required in the question is we need to find the value of n and not the value of x. So here 6 and 9, we need to find the possible values for n. N is 2x plus 3, so n may be 2 by 6 plus 3, which is 15, or it can be the other value. Will be, if you replace x by 9, so it will be 2 by 9 plus 3, which is 21. So n has two values, 21 or 15. Both are correct, because it was mentioned we need to get two values for n, so n equals 15 or 21. This one is the answer. So we need to find now the last idea for this one. Jack plays a game with two unfair. Jack plays a game with two fair spinners, A and B. Spinner A can land on the number 2 or 3 or 5 or 7. Spinner B can land on 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Jack spins both spinners at one time. He wins the game if one spinner lands on an odd and the other spinner lands on an even number. Jack plays the game twice. Work out the probability that Jack wins the game both times. So he wins the game if it comes on odd and the other one comes on even, but it wasn't mentioned which one comes on odd and which one comes on even. Let's say spinner A here, and then we have spinner B. Okay, so he wins if it comes here odd and here even, or if this one comes even and this one comes odd. So let's see the first probability: odd, even. Odd on spinner A and even on spinner B. So odd on spinner A, they are how many? 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 numbers out of 4. 3 out of 4 times even on spinner B. It's 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 5. So the probability is 9 out of 20. 9 over 20. So what did we do again? He wins if it comes, one spinner has odd value and the other one is even. So maybe on A you get odd and B even, or you can get on A even and then on B odd. So let's do the first thing, odd, even. So odd, it will be 3 out of 4. Here even, 3 out of 5. So let's see the other one. If we got even on A and odd on B, what will be the probability here? Even then odd. So even here is 1 out of 4, which is 2 only, times odd on B is 1, 2, 3. So we have odd on B, we have 3 and 5. We have only 3 and 5, so they are 2 only, 2 out of 5. So if you do this, it will be 2 out of 20. So now he wins if he get this or this. So now you have odd, even, plus even, odd. You take the both arrangements, you add them. So 9 out of 20 added to 2 out of 20, which gives at the end 11 out of 20. So this is the possibility he wins one game. So if he plays this one for 2 times, it means you can square the probability of winning, or you can multiply it by itself. So he wins 11 out of 20 by 11 out of 20. It gives 121 out of 400, and this is the final answer. So again, what did we do? We just got probability of odd, then even, odd on A and even on B, and then we got the other arrangement, which is even then odd. Odd is 3 out of 4, 3 numbers out of 4. Even is 3 out of 5. Even odd is 1 out of 4, and here